Hello, welcome to my new channel. This is my travel companion Sunny, and she's a 10-year-old golden retriever, and she often comes along with me for my little walks through what I think are at least somewhat interesting places, sort of in Wisconsin, in the Green Bay area particularly, is where we live. And Sunny and I have been together for 10 years, and we have discovered some sort of hidden gems, I guess you could call them, in terms of hikes in the area that we like to do. And I've decided with my new iPhone that I just recently got that I would share some of these adventures with you guys. So again, my name is Jeff, and Sunny is my companion most of the time.
Online map called Brown Dog that you can Google search. And we were northeast side of Green Bay, in the town of Scott, but just outside of Green Bay. And we were right here off of Algoma and State Highway 57. So, you know, it's not a remote location really by any means, but this is our walk. Scott Tower, I parked right about here. And then you see us walking around this sort of unpaved section of public roadway. Again, a very short walk, but for me it's close to home. And I think one interesting thing that I want to point out, and I do point out in the video coming up, is that back in the 1830s, that back part of the walk, this is that trail, that pioneer trail, which may have also been a Native American trail, ran right along through here, and I do point that out in the video.
Right. So today, Sunny and I are on one of our favorite short hikes.
Nice little
pretty easy hike, as you can see. It's not plowed, but it's a gravel dirt road. When there's no snow, there's ruts and mud, and not many cars drive down this spot, and there's no development on it. There's a couple of things we like about this. One is Sunny gets to sniff around, be off leash. It is kind of nice. The trees you can see today have a nice sort of frost covering on them, so they're kind of pretty. But as we get a little further back, there's a creek back there, kind of a nice little creek, and there's some other little tidbits of history that I'll share with you also in just a little bit. Here Sunny and I are on Scott Tower Drive. Used to be known as Madigan Drive, I believe, and we are getting to the sort of north end. This little roadway does curve to the west, but right down here is where you start to pick up on a little bit of a creek that flows through here. I want to make sure I point out the trees, since they are really cool looking right now. I'm not sure if the camera's picking up on the frosty white color of the branches. Sunny here has found a stick that's been keeping her. Hi, Sunny. So we've rounded the turn. We are now going west. There's the creek extending to the north. And for those of you like me who are interested in history, you know, some people think history's boring and whatever, maybe so, maybe not. But one thing that I've realized when I've looked at the old survey maps, the old surveys from the original land surveyors that came through here in the 1830s, they mapped right along through here at the northwest corner of this, kind of angling from southwest to northeast. A trail or a wagon road ran through here, and one of the only roads or trails that was really significant enough in this particular area to actually note on those surveys. So, of course, back then, there were a lot more trees, no doubt, and things looked a little different here, but this is the space right here, same location that long ago, horses, wagons, pioneers, the first European settlers came right along the edge of this road and sort of angled off to the northeast from here. Now, a lot of these original European wagon roads or trails were also Native American trails before that. I don't know in this case if this particular one was also a Native American trail, but it could have been. But we do know, again, from the 1830s at least, this was a bit of a thoroughfare right along, again, the northwest sort of corner of this lot. Now this roadway here is public. It's public right of way. The road was put in for some reason, perhaps to develop at once upon a time. Never actually got developed. This is facing south, but I think I can wander off out of the public right of way just a little bit. Now, I've measured this pretty precisely using the original surveys, and right through here is where that wagon road would have came through, right about where I'm standing at the northwest corner of this roadway, and then it angled up to the northeast going up towards Kewaunee and Door counties. I think that the road or wagon road or trail actually sort of angled more to the east and went more towards sort of the Kewaunee area back in the 1800s. So just a little bit of history for you there. And again, it's a nice short little walk. It's only about a mile to walk around this Scott Tower Drive portion, but sometimes Sonny and I will walk it once one way, and then we'll turn around and get another mile in, walk around the other direction. It's a nice little off the beaten path sort of place to go, even though we are fairly close to the city of Green Bay. You don't see too much road traffic or really anybody else back here, so it's a nice little walk.